Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night, June 20th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Yahoo!
That's right, folks. Another fun Thursday night to talk about all the amazing things happening in the world of professional wrestling. Best matches, segments, OMG moments, surprise appearances, returning legends, and much more. And guiding you on this journey is your host. I am Jose Casabona. I am also the host, the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of the Ravens Flock. And on behalf of everyone on this channel, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my type partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the Mr.
By Elegance.
I hate you.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'm going to throw things at you now.
Okay. All right. Stop that.
There, I threw things at you.
And much like all of our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you're here to rescue the Ravens Flock for the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. We've been working since 2013 to make your voice our mission, and the only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to hold down 9-to-5 jobs just to survive. But we could get around that by making the Ravens Flock our 9-to-5 jobs properly, so that we can devote our time to being able to provide you with the highest quality content that we can produce, and take this channel to its absolute zenith. With your continuing support, we can and will succeed. You'll also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Up, we've got Mr. Quake in the chat saying the few, the proud, the Marines. We're not Marines.
What?
We're not asking y'all to be Marines.
What?
We don't need an army. We just need a couple 100,000 people to, throw money our way.
But it's okay. He rebounded. He said that I believed in Joe. Oh wait, you believed? Did you stop?
Past tense?
As in
Did
you stop believing?
How dare you? Yeah, we respect the military. I mean, yeah, of course. That goes without saying.
Of course.
Jose, pray tell, why don't you tell the folks exactly what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
So here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. All right, so here's what's up in the month of June. We're drawing closer to the end of June 30th. We're drawing closer to the Forbidden Door event between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. We just Guancho, please. Oh my god. We just wrapped up the TNA pay-per-view event against all odds, which was last Friday. Jerk. Oh my god. And and we're gearing up everything heading into the month of July. And yes, folks, it's a lot of wrestling to catch up on, a lot of hours devoted to sit down and consume all this content.
And not to mention try to make sense of it all, because these guys do try to have overarching storylines happening between our favorite professional wrestlers, whether it's inside the ring or outside of the ring. You want to make sure that you are keeping a sharp eye on what's going on, and in order to do that, you need energy.
That's right, folks. We're talking about Glitch Energy, the ideal beverage for all the geeks and nerds to have for all of your activity and all of your needs.
Glitch Energy is a specially formulated smart energy blend. It keeps you running strong all day long with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. But what's the best part about the glory of Glitch Energy, Jose?
Well, the best part about the glory of Glitch Energy is, of course, the flavor, the taste. And if you go onto glitchenergy.com, you'll see that they have a large variety of different options to choose from, different combination blends, and they come out with different flavors every week.
You're not kidding here. Like we mentioned just last night, they debuted, or rather brought back a flavor that we had never conceived of. They called it Loopy Fruits. It's part of their line of Glitch's quote cereal blend. It's part of a balanced breakfast. They are asking you to mix it with milk. They want you to taste the cereal-y yummy goodness. And if you know what's good for you, and if you know how incredible this particular cereal blend that we're totally not taking the copyright from, but is still totally part of a balanced breakfast, then you know that you've got to, at least for the sake of your curiosity, try a little bit of Loopy Fruits by Glitch Energy.
Listen, man, Toucan Sam knows what's up.
No, Toucan Sam is a copyrighted infringement on the.
Oh shit, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad.
No.
Let me pivot because it's not just the smart energy blends that they make, but they also make energy blends. I mean, they make flavored blends for hydration and endurance,
which is where the Glitch Revive line comes in. Why isn't this focusing? There we go. These guys know that not everyone can really deal with a whole bunch of caffeine or other proprietary blends, so they figured, you know what? If the Glitch Smart Energy gets you picking up, then the Revive line will help bring you down and restore your body with the proper electrolytes and amino acids that you need in order to keep going after a hard day's work.
That's right, folks. And if you go onto their website, glitchenergy.com, and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order.
And, let's not lie here, folks. We know that stuff is pricey. We know that things are can be a little tough right now. But to be perfectly fair, Glitch Energy have been working nonstop to keep their prices low and affordable. What's really great is that they also go the extra mile by helping folks out by having you guys pair up with scoundrels like the Ravens flock here to give you even more discounts. So there's really no good reason not to try it out. What are you guys waiting for? An invitation? You're cordially invited to check out Glitch Energy by going to glitchenergy.com and using this promo code FlockFuel for 20% off. Let everyone know that the Ravens Flock is helping you stay strong all day long.
We, of course, want to thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. We really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And,
why do you guys keep trying to send us the invoices for your therapy bills? Just because we're the ones who drove you insane doesn't mean we're picking up the tab. That's on you, buddies.
Yeah.
Pay your own shrinks. Also, Lisa Boo and Nikki Bella made their way into the chat.
All right. Yay. Well, let's go ahead and pivot now, because before we touch on this week's editions of the shows, we need to talk about the main event for this year's WWE's Clash at the Castle. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
That's right. In WWE's continuing tour in hosting pay-per-view events all over the world, this year's WWE's Clash at the Castle makes its return in Glasgow, Scotland! Glasgow, Scotland!
Glasgow!
Listen, do you want me to give you the Glasgow kiss?
I want you to learn how to pronounce shit! Glasgow, alright?
Glasgow.
Go. Glasgow.
Cool Whip.
You're eating hair!
This year's Clash at the Castle makes its return in Glasgow, Scotland, and the main event features the Archer of Infamy, the member representing the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre.
He was about to dream broken dreams. He'll make them come true. And he'll break them for you.
So Drew McIntyre hasn't been the same since losing, since the hilariousness of the cash-in at WrestleMania 40, when Drew McIntyre bit off a little more than he could chew. He won the world title for all of 5 minutes, but he couldn't let it go. He kept poking the bear, and by bear, I mean CM Punk. And CM Punk reminded him that actions do indeed have consequences.
And this is going to be quite consequential here, folks. Also, apparently, this was presented by Gin and Juice by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Ha.
Whoop whoop! Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind?
Yes.
All right, then. Let's move on.
Okay, Mr. Quick corrected himself there, and Vicente Guerrero's in the chat.
Hey, Vicente!
Welcome to Wrestle Rewind, guys.
All right. And since then, Drew McIntyre has been on a mean streak. He completely turned heel. He's become a troll on the internet. He's been salivating and relishing at CM Punk being away from the wrestling ring. And he has set his sights on the World Heavyweight title. Let's go ahead and begin. Before we get to the match, I just want to give a major shout out. Holy shit, man. Drew McIntyre got one hell of an entrance.
Yeah, the Scottish anthem of, battle and shit. I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. The people can kill me later.
I'll have to watch it on the replay. Like, it's still on WWE Network and Peacock, so I can watch it anytime I want.
Anytime, any place, only on the cock.
The Peacock! You gotta remember remember the P!
Why are you being so dirty-minded? What is wrong with you? Sheesh, you're talking about P. What the hell's the matter with you?
Oh, God.
That is not how you treat the cock, Jose. How dare you?
Oh, God! Oh, we're not even swearing yet. Oh, I like that. So, yes, Drew McIntyre, he got the hometown entrance. It was great. It was awesome. And then we get straight to the fight.
We has fights.
Immediately, Drew McIntyre goes right for the action. He manhandles the World Heavyweight Champions, as you can see here, delivering a huge spine buster in the middle of the Prime Energy ring. No, we do not endorse Prime.
No. Fuck Prime Energy. No, it's not Prime Energy. They're not energy. Logan Paul doesn't know how to do energy to save his fucking life.
So would
it's
you call
hydration drink?
Oh, it's a hydration. Okay, I was gonna say. So would you call it Prime Lethargy?
Ha! He wishes. Glitch is better than Prime, regardless.
But of course, Damian Priest would not be impeded by the onslaught of Drew McIntyre. He was able to gain his own footing, and he was able to fight back against the world champion, and including leaping from the top rope.
Ow!
Hell's yeah! And then
Quake watches the cock.
And then I kid you not, minutes into the match, we get one of the most terrifying and horrific botches in wrestling.
Well, it wasn't that terrifying, but it is one of those kind of botches that you don't want to be on the wrong end of your body on.
Hang on.
It's this one here.
It's this one. Drew McIntyre's at ringside. Damian Priest tries to go over the top rope to do a tope suicida, but his leg got caught in between the ring ropes. I want to mention this right now, that throughout the entire night at Clash at the Castle, the referee has warned the wrestlers that there was something off with the top ropes. So, either it was too tight or it was
too loose. It was too loose.
Yes,
that was the actual issue with the rope. It was too loose. You can tell because people were not having the right amount of tension needed in order to be able to perform top rope moves.
You know what I hate? I hate that fucking Jade Cargill was getting dragged for a while because they were pointing out that
she botched. She horribly, and yeah, she slipped when she was trying to do a top rope dive.
But she did a good recover, guys. Come on.
But also the more important thing is that everyone was having issues with the top rope. Here's the funny thing, though. You can't really use that in Damian Priest's side here because his jump for the tope suicida placed his right foot on the middle rope.
And oh my God, the way he was positioned, I honestly thought he legit fucking injured his neck or something.
Oh yeah, no. You want to know what's actually insane here is the fact that this is the act. Imagine instead of having your foot caught here, imagine it's your head. Imagine you're caught guillotining with your neck on there.
Oh no!
And guess what? If you try to actually slide out, instead of you sliding out properly because you figure, it's my head, it's round and whatever, I'll be able to slide up. No, it actually digs in because this is legitimately 100% pure rope. And having it at that kind of tension for professional wrestling rings is basically tantamount to steel cabling. And in the process of you trying to slide your head out, you wind up carving your ear off your head. And guess what happens then?
Tell us, Juan.
You become the hardcore legend himself, Mick Foley.
Bang bang!
Bang bang. He did not have a nice day. Yeah, that's how Mick Foley lost his ear.
Against his match with Vader.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Ha Yeah!
Thankfully, that was not the case. Drew McIntyre was able to work around it. Eventually, Damian Priest was able to get out of that rope trap, and he thankfully didn't suffer any permanent injuries.
So far as we know.
So far as we know. Drew McIntyre continued the momentum in hitting the Future Shock DDT, but Damian Priest was able to kick out after 2.
Oh!
That's right. Drew McIntyre was gearing up for his first attempt at the Claymore, but Damian Priest was able to dodge that finishing move. Both men were brawling over at the top turnbuckle until Damian Priest got the better of the exchange and hit the Razor's Edge, nailing Drew McIntyre into the canvas, but McIntyre was able to kick out after 2.
God dang it. These guys were going hard as a motherfucker between them throughout this entire match. And it was damn good, too. You can tell that they were given everything in order to make this match worthwhile for everyone to have waited for to make the price of admission here.
Absolutely. These guys are really doing a great job at going out. And you know what? Special props to Damian Priest for continuing the fight. Like, He was limping a little bit on his leg, but he could still go. And, of course, eventually the action spilled over at ringside. Both of these guys continued to brawl. And then Drew McIntyre hits a surprise Claymore, crashing Damian Priest through the barricade.
Ow, shit. You could see
through the Timekeeper's barricade.
You could tell that, at this point, you could tell that the Claymore kick here was aiming for Damian Priest's head. It wound up getting him right in the shoulder instead, but the momentum was enough to knock Damian Priest flat on his ass. Vicente in the chat was over here saying, Drew was healing so much like pissed style. You would think Booker told him 3MB were getting back together.
Oh, no.
And the even more fucked up part about Mick Foley losing his ear in the Vader match is that WCW did not call his wife to tell her. Yeah.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why Mick Foley has such a has such a grudge against WCW and Bischoff.
Yeah, it's okay. It's already dead.
Yeah, it's already dead. Yeah. Anyways, and eventually both these guys managed to bring the action back into the ring. They continue the main event as we get to the final minutes of the match, and of course, we can't have a main event pay-per-view match without a ref bump!
Ref bump!
That's right. Drew McIntyre charges Damian Priest into the corner, and the referee's at the ring apron, and he got knocked out into the ringside floor. Oh no, the referee is down.
The referee is down.
What are we gonna do?
Well, apparently, Drew McInjobber over here just reminded me with that 3MB bit. He did manage to bring Damian Priest crashing down. I believe it was with the
Claymore.
Yeah, with the Claymore kick.
And he was calling for another referee to count.
He actually managed to get a 10 count. The audience was counting all the way to 10 and like, no crap, what's going on? And he was trying to signal for a referee.
And don't worry. We did get a referee.
Hold on a minute. Well, here's the Glasgow kick over here.
Yep, here's the Claymore.
Yeah, I meant the Claymore kick. My bad.
You're fine.
Yeah, after that two count over there,
we got a ref.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the ref that he was hoping for.
The referee came in running with just in the nick of time.
He counts 1, 2, and
bum 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 bum.
CM Punk shows up in Glasgow, Scotland, and trolls Drew McIntyre.
Oh my god! And for the record, Mr. Quake, we over here at the Ravens Flock stand us, the glorified stuntman, the hardcore legend Mick Foley. So put some respect on Captain Jackson's name.
Hells yeah!
CM Ref, the straight edge super counter. I know why I just asked Stone Cold or Undertaker. Ow, shit.
What I liked is that WWE.com released a backstage mobile video footage of CM Punk asking Jessica Carr,
WWE referee Jessica Carr. Tell people who she is.
Yeah, WWE referee Jessica Carr for a ref shirt before going down to the ring.
I've got to do something. I gotta do something about this. Jessica, let me get your shirt. I'm not taking my shirt. Well, give me a shirt. A ref shirt. Come on. What are you doing? I've got to do something. And he fucking grabs it. Apparently, Jim Cornette actually in his review of this, he said it would have made the gag even funnier if Punk actually instead of like asking her for the shirt, like just takes it off of Jessica's clean off of her and left her in her bra or whatever.
That's
Cornette being a dirty old man, but
yeah.
whatever.
Well,
he's still better than anything.
Of course. Now, getting back to the main event. So, Punk stops after 2. Drew McIntyre is pissed off.
Because he didn't know who the ref was until he actually looked up.
So, McIntyre backs Punk into the corner, and then CM Punk takes Drew McIntyre to Dick Kick City.
Yay! He kicked him right in the Glasgow's.
That's right. He gave him his own version of the Glasgow kiss.
Ow.
To the nuts.
Ow.
And then Damian Priest used his opportunity to hit the South of Heaven and lay out Drew McIntyre in front of his home country. And with many cheers of the 13,000 Glasgow fans in attendance. Your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest.
A man with a little more eyeliner than I would care to wear on my own, but then again, he's got that metrosexual facial structure on him. He can rock it way better than I could ever hope to.
You know, I want to say this right now. During the watch party on Saturday, we're
just fucking around. Don't
worry about it, dude. On the watch party on Saturday, I told Angel that there was the looming threat, the X factor of CM Punk being involved in the main event, and I was not wrong.
No, you weren't. It was hysterical too, because like truthfully, I was over here running the kitchen, and trying to run other stuff in order to get stuff ready for the shows, and go fucking figure. Like you were right, and I showed up just in the nick of time to see my personal hero CM Punk troll the ever-living shit out of Drew McIntyre. It was beautiful.
I loved it. Overall, Clash at the Castle was a huge success. Cody Rhodes retained the WWE Championship in an I Quit match against AJ Styles. We crowned new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. 2 women who I spoke very highly of here on Wrestle Rewind.
Piper Niven was able to take the WWE Undisputed Women's Champion Bayley to the limit, but however, the role model herself managed to retain the title.
And of course, Sami Zayn defeated Chad Gable to retain the Intercontinental Championship and putting his feud with him to rest.
And not to mention, Chad Gable losing the unequivocal support once and for all of the Alpha Academy.
Well, judging what happened on Monday Night Raw, he lost a little more than that.
Yeah.
Oh,
God. Like the night after. On Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre just stepped out. He's like, I can't do this anymore. This company sucks. I quit. And just left. He quit. He fucking left. Like a little bitch.
Oh my God. So, Juan, your thoughts of the main event?
It was fun.
Like, I knew CM Punk was going to be involved. There's no way he was not going to be. Like, whether he was coming up from the apron or dressed up as one of the camera crew or somebody. But he went in there as a ref. And the way the camera shot the angle, keeping his face hidden and just having him count 1 and 2, that was brilliant. Excellent work to the camera crew.
It was wonderful.
But yeah, Clash at the Castle. Fun times had around. If you have a subscription to WWE Network and Peacock, go check it out. It's available on the replay right now.
Yay. And that was a plug that we're not getting paid for.
Damn it, WWE!
Give me your money, Vince! You don't need it anymore, old man!
Well, no. We can't harass Vince. We have to harass Nick Khan or Triple H.
God damn it, Nick! Give me your money!
You don't want to mess with the game.
Yeah, no. You think I want to fuck with Triple H? Heart conditioner or not, that man is a meat machine.
Oh, come on!
I'm not fucking with that.
Oh, but he covers the sledgehammer with his hand. That's not painful.
That's painful enough. You want to die? I don't.
Okay, fair point. All right. Now that we got that business wrapped up overseas, let's bring it back home with this week's edition of WWE's NXT.
All right, so plenty of fire, plenty of fun. Let's see how the gold brand of WWE is holding it down to start the night off.
We hold it down with our opening match and the most exciting match of the night, a number 1 contenders 25-man battle royal. The winner will receive a title shot for the NXT Championship at NXT Heatwave on Sunday, July 7th in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Eh?
That's right, eh? What a missed opportunity. 4th of July was just a few days away. We could have brought back the Great American... well, maybe not. Because having an America-themed pay-per-view in Canada just doesn't... It's not right.
Yeah, unless you're... what's-his-face? Unless you're Shawn Michaels desecrating the Canadian flag at them.
Now, last week, the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes did mention to Trick Williams that in this Battle Royal, there will be familiar faces, but there will be other faces from different locker rooms. And we're not talking about different locker rooms from Raw or SmackDown. We're talking about different locker rooms outside of the WWE.
That's right, the cross-cultural pollination promotion of doom, the NXT TNA Alliance, is continuing strong.
Yep, one of the two surprise entrants from TNA is, of course, the ring veteran himself, Frankie Kazarian.
So, folks actually were like, "Oh shit, Kazarian's up in the chat. We're in trouble. This guy is a freaking beast in the ring. It doesn't matter what he's aligned with. The fact of the matter is, if you see him on the opposite corner of the ring, you run. You fucking run."
Well, yeah, of course, man. This guy's a veteran of the game. At least 3 times now, Punk screwed Drew out of the title. It was funny, like,
Punk, but I get Drew quitting. Yep, if he said that, yeah, I'd be fed up too.
And of course, the second TNA entrant completely shocked the entire world and made headlines on social media.
And why did he do that, of course, Jose?
Well, it's simple.
Say
his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
He goes in London.
Oh my God!
In Tokyo.
What? The second entrant is, of course, Canada, Joe Hendry.
Mexico. They say,
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Folks actually popped like crazy for Joe Hendry.
And they were singing his song!
They were clapping along. The little NXT arena at the Performance Center, wherever they've got it, they lost it. And you could tell from the look on Joe Hendry's face, he was like, "Oh, this is so cool! This is so much fucking fun! I'm gonna love this here!"
Hells yeah! Like last week in the Cody Rhodes segment, after Cody Rhodes says that there will be other people from different locker rooms, immediately the fans are chanting Joe Hendry, and then he shows up 1 week later
because they said his name.
And oh my God, it is amazing! It is a revolution. Joe Hendry is so fucking over in the wrestling world. He is white hot.
And it's so much fun.
His appearance, his appearance on NXT had drew more views, like the most views aside from, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, he topped the total number of viewership, but higher than the Wyatt 6 debut on Monday Night Raw.
Do you have any idea how insanely over you have to be to overshadow the spooky and terrifying and excellently debut of the Wyatt 6 to be overshadowed by this guy? Who do you take in a ratings war? 5 terrifying monsters from the imagination of the fallen eater of worlds, or 1 Scottish boy? Or 1 Scottish blonde boy? I guess the Scottish blonde boy then.
I guess the Scottish blonde boy, yeah. It's insane. It's crazy.
And in true Joe Hendry fashion, he went ahead and he cut a promo. Yeah, no, he cut a promo on everyone else in the fucking ring. It was hilarious. It was terrifying because he basically said that you all called up for me and I showed here at NXT, and once I'm done, I'm going to win the NXT championship, and I'm going to bring that championship to TNA because all these people believed, and what do they believe in is 252 pounds of pure motivation, the answer to all life's problems.
We believe in Joe Hendry. And then, of course, the final entrance was all ego Ethan Page, the man who came up short at Battleground against Trick Williams for the NXT title. But and he had a brief stare down with Joe Hendry until he was blindsided once again by Oro Mensah.
Yeah, Ethan Page, Oro Mensah's like, "Man, fuck you! I remember what you did to me, asshole."
Yes. And it's also important to note that Ethan Page was not technically eliminated. He actually was charged out of the ring underneath the top rope.
Really? Okay, so he better, so he didn't get eliminated, so...
He didn't get eliminated. He was taken out of the picture completely. But he didn't get eliminated.
But he couldn't complete the match.
That's right. And the Battle Royale continued, and I kid you not, what happened next, as soon as the bell rang, like, threw me for a freaking loop. The entire NXT, like all other 23 participants,
including Kazarian,
eliminated Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry was the first guy out. What the fuck?
Say, don't you hear what he didn't? Weren't you listening to what he said? There were 24 other men in the that were going to be in the ring with him. And he was saying, like, he's going to eliminate every single last one of them. If you were one of the other 23 or 24 other guys in the ring, wouldn't the first thing that comes to your head would be, yo, fuck this guy in particular? And actually go ahead and gang up on him? Now, yeah, it's bullshit that we didn't get to see Joe Hendry kick people's asses, but at the same time, it's not necessarily like he was buried here, because it took over 20 men to eliminate him to begin with.
Okay, fair point. I'll give you that. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. I'll give you that.
Yeah, see? Yeah, give me that.
All right. Well, and then after the elimination of Joe Hendry, the Battle Royal continued, and many other bodies started flying over the top rope. We had Apollo Crews, Los Lotharios, they were eliminated. We had freaking Gallus, they were eliminated. Everyone was taken out one by one until it was eventually down to the Perfect 10, Shawn Spears, and the young boy, Javon Evans.
All right, cool. Ty Dillinger, Shawn Spears here. He is a well-practiced hand in the ring, and going up against new boy over here,
Javon Evans.
Javon Evans. Thank you. Why did I blank when I just said? So Javon Evans, he's highly athletic. Shawn Spears, he's an excellent ring general in the ring there. So these two had a nice little bit of a showdown, didn't they?
They did. And another wrinkle to the story is that Javon Evans is sporting some injured tape around his guts, selling the beatdown that he had with Shawn Spears last week. So, and Shawn Spears was trying to target it, was trying to gain the advantage, but Javon Evans would not back down. Eventually, Shawn Spears got eliminated by the young boy. Your winner and number one contender and going to Heatwave, Javon Evans.
Yay!
It's amazing how WWE is strapping the rocket immediately onto Javon Evans, the newcomer who just made his debut like a couple months ago, and now he's going to be challenging Trick Williams for the NXT title.
Now look at it this way. Trick Williams himself went ahead and gave this kid the rub when they teamed up together in a tag match a few weeks ago, right?
That's right, with Sexy Red.
Yeah, exactly. Now we got Javon Evans winning a battle royal for the number one contendership.
Yeah,
that just goes to show that the folks in the backstage over at NXT have a lot of confidence in Javon Evans's potential in the future of in NXT and potentially his future in WWE's main roster on Raw and SmackDown.
That is true. And you know what? You are absolutely right, and he does deserve it. But let's be honest. The real story is, of course, the WWE debut of Joe Hendry. And we have more details in an article from WrestlingInc.com, published by Daisy Ruth yesterday. And the headline reads, Backstage News on Internal WWE Reaction to Joe Hendry, whether he'll return to NXT.
All right, so yeah, obviously folks believe in Joe Hendry well enough, so that won't be so that's not an issue. And the fans, obviously, anyone who likes professional wrestling and knows how over Joe Hendry is, will have nothing but respect for his hustle and for his in-ring work. Yeah. In the chat, Vicente saying, I believe at next NXT run for Joe Hendry should have Joe singing parody songs on all 24 guys who ganged up on him. Fun 10 minutes.
That would be funny.
That'd be funny, but I think he might want to just focus in on one guy. So
that's how he works. Yeah. Now,
his promo work is way better, is much superior when he has a single opponent to focus on. So let's go ahead and get to the rest of this
let's
article.
actually skip down here to the second paragraph. Now, despite the brief appearance, Fightful Select reported on Wednesday that Hendry is expected to make more appearances with WWE's developmental brand in the future, according to NXT sources. Officials were reportedly, quote, very happy with the crowd reaction from Hendry. TNA sources were also reportedly happy that Hendry's TNA storyline with Frankie Kazarian was furthered during the show, but others within the promotion wished Hendry would have gotten a more extended appearance. Let's see.
Hendry and Kazarian were the only TNA talent featured in the Battle Royal. Undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes appeared on NXT last week to announce that the match was shot with Trick Williams and mentioned some other competitors would be coming in from other locker rooms.
And like I said, Joe Hendry, his appearance went viral, and it drew big numbers here. This is from a separate article from Wrestling News. Do you want me to send it to you too?
Please.
All right, this is from WrestlingNews.co. Give me just a second here.
Yeah, send me the thing, please.
CO.
Whoa, hello.
Don't worry, I got you covered. Let's see here. I'm glad you're still with us, folks.
We're giving you guys live
live fact checking.
Yeah, fact checking and live news reporting and stuff. In the chat, Mr. Quake, I remember Frankie Kazarian in the WWE Velocity days. It's all full circle now. Ha.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in freaking Velocity for all of 5 minutes. Jeez.
I know. What the hell?
That's insane.
I still remember when I thought Fallon Henley and Joe Hendry could have been related. Still, LOL. Jose and Juancho pointing out no relation between the Scottish guy and the New York gal. I thought Fallon Henley, I thought she was from Tampa.
I thought she was from Tampa too. Well, that's what it said on our Wikipedia page.
Yeah, let me see.
Anyways, no, that's not important. I sent you the link.
Well, I'm going to look up anyway.
Fine.
Any excuse to check out a hot page.
All right, fine. Juan will share the link very shortly, but I actually want to keep things going here. In an article from WrestlingNews.co, which was published on 14 hours ago.
She's built from Chelsea, Michigan, and she's from, she's from Tampa, Florida. So, yeah.
Yeah!
So, yeah.
Anyways. This is
Give me a second.
Okay, no, I'm prefacing.
Go ahead.
This is an article from WrestlingNews.co, and I'm going to skip to the bottom of this article. The headline reads, Joe Hendry's NXT appearance drew big numbers for WWE.
Yay.
Now, let's see here, skipping all the way to the bottom. The video of Hendry's NXT debut has hit over 6 million views on YouTube, making it the most watched video for the channel since WrestleMania 40. The TikTok version of the video is one of WWE NXT's most watched clips in recent memory, bringing in over 350,000 views.
It's beautiful. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry is here for the Battle Royal.
Holy shit. And if there's one thing that, listen, this is something that WWE will not ignore. If they take notice of this and see you getting over, they might see money in you, man.
Might? Are you kidding me? I'm surprised they haven't tried to say, okay, how much Canadian dollary dues do we have to flex your way in order to buy this guy out?
He's from Scotland.
Okay, how many Scottish dollary dues? What the fuck? Because, TNA, Canada, whatever.
Hells yeah, no. I think it would be ridiculous otherwise if WWE doesn't capitalize on this opportunity and sign this guy.
For real. We believe.
And so did the WWE Universe.
And you gotta remember, at first, I wasn't sure what the hell the Joe Hendry shtick was even supposed to be. But now I do. Because we believe.
Exactly. This was the opening match and the exciting match of the night. Give all the flowers to all the 25 participants. And yeah, no, I want to see more Joe Hendry on WWE, damn it.
Yes, so do I.
But now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and it is an in-ring promo segment featuring the reigning NXT North American Champion. He is the king. He is the ruler. He is the great Obafemi.
Goddamn. All right, so this monstrosity of a man, how fucking dare he? Okay, so, what does the North American champ have to say?
Well, the NXT North American Champion reflected on his title victory against Wesley and Joe Coffey at NXT Battleground. He was bragging and boasting how he was still unbeatable, and there is no one left in the locker room to challenge him.
Nobody can take me down.
Exactly, but then out comes the Cardiac Kid, Wesley. Once again, barging in and staking his claim, wanting to challenge for the North American title. And at this point, I'm like, dude, you haven't earned the right. You already lost. Go to the back of the line.
But he still has something to prove. And what does he have to prove? I don't know. Like, okay, what does he have to prove? He did lose. Did he lose? He lost clean, or was there shenanigans involved?
He lost clean in the triple threat match. Well, no, Joe Coffey was pinned during the triple threat match, but Wesley cut a very passionate babyface.
So Wesley never lost.
Wesley never lost.
Okay,
fair
so
point.
Conversely, so there we go. Wesley lost the match without even losing the match. So he figures, all right, you beat Joe Coffey to win your triple threat match against us both. So
yeah, let me continue here. Wesley cut a very passionate babyface promo of how heartbreaking it was for him to relinquish the North American title because of his injury, and how much it meant to him in getting back, not just getting back in the ring, but getting back his title that he never lost. So Obafemi has granted him one more shot at the NXT North American title, but this is a last chance match. If Wesley loses, as long as Obafemi is still champion, he will not get another chance.
God, that'll be
terrifying. This is it. It is championship gold or bust for Wesley.
All right, so I guess like you said, the Cardiac Kid's got some hustle ahead of him, but he hasn't really had a good track record against the great Obafemi before. What the hell? Dude, he's gonna eat you alive. Don't mess with that.
You don't want to mess with that,
I
man.
don't mess with that.
Hell
I choose
no, man.
life.
He's the ruler.
He is the ruler.
He's the king.
Yes, he is.
He is the mountain you cannot climb. All right, I'm going to stop.
We're probably getting offensive. I don't fucking know.
All right. Now, there was a match that was kind of a little bit underwhelming because there was really not much of a story to go with. It's a one-on-one women's match on NXT featuring Fallon Henley going one-on-one against Carly Bright.
All right.
Carly Bright is an NXT newcomer who made her debut last month. And it was just a single exhibition fight. Carly's friend at ringside, Brindley Reese, was cheering her on. And there was nothing bad with this match. It was pretty standard. Fallon Henley was, of course, dominating throughout the entirety of the match. Carly Bright was trying to mount a comeback, and she was trying to get some momentum. But then something very weird happened at ringside. And by weird, I mean we got more creepy-ass Wendy Chu.
What?
Wendy Chu popped up at ringside, and I guess because Joe Gacy is gone, we need somebody to fill in the void of the creepy shit.
Yeah, no, last I heard, Joe Gacy, he was playing around with a little puppet of a little pig with exercise gear on him, and
he spent a little
heard from him again.
He spent a little too much time at the Funhouse.
Yeah.
So Wendy Chu pops up with her freaking creepiness and her creepy pajamas, and she immediately chokes out Brindley Reese at ringside.
He's just like, you know what? Fuck you.
And what does that look like? Does that look like the cross-faced chicken wing or what?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
No, that's not the chicken wing.
No,
it looks like
he's like, you got Tatum Paxley, bro. Wait, what do you mean? Who's got Tatum Paxley?
Oh no, she's talking about NXT has Tatum Paxley to fill in the creepy shit. I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah. And meanwhile, while this is going on, what's her face?
Fallon Henley took advantage, and she continued the fight against Carly Bright, eventually hitting her Shining Wizard to pin and win. Your winner, Fallon Henley.
All right, so Fallon Henley, she's turned a little more heel. She's a little more ruthless. She's winning, but also at the same time...
Where is it going?
Where is this going? And also, we've got the Wendy Chu factor here.
I'm sorry. I'm so weirded out by her new repackaging.
She was the sleepy girl, and now she's the sleepy girl who woke up on the wrong side of the bed, so she's evil. She's a cranky girl. Don't mess with cranky girls!
All right!
You ever woken up a girl in the middle of a nap? I have! It's horrible! Never do it! You hear me, people? Never do it!
Okay, then. All right, fair enough. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on. Thankfully, there were no bad segments on this week's edition of NXT, but now we're going to go ahead and get straight over to the main event, and it is a one-on-one match. See, back to the earlier story, Ethan Page, who has never been eliminated, mind you, has demanded that he takes on Javon Evans, who won the Battle Royal, because in his mind, the Battle Royal is still going.
So, on the one hand, he's not wrong, but on the other hand, he couldn't even really get into the match proper to begin with. So, That's like one of those, like if you squint at it and you take your glasses off, and if you maybe read it, every other word is kind of like, okay, yeah, fuck it, why not? It's a match.
It's a match.
And I'm guessing what's his face
with NXT champion Trick Williams watching at ringside on commentary. Now, from the beginning and throughout the entire match, Ethan Page targeted the injured ribs on Javon Evans, completely targeting it with shoulder tackles, fist strikes, knee strikes, pretty much targeting the gut all throughout the match.
Now, obviously, Javon, if he's got enough guts to go up against Ethan Page, who's relatively fresh compared to him, and since this was the main event, you still have to take into account, like we said, that Javon's got his midsection all taped up and stuff. So there's going to be the issue of okay, he's got guts for putting his number one contendership on the line for this, but at the same time, he's got nothing to prove against the egotistical Ethan Page.
Precisely. Now, Ethan Page continued the assault on the young boy, kid, whatever you want to call him, and you can see right here once again applying the pressure on the midsection, locking in this cloverleaf submission hold. Oof.
Eesh. Ow. Yeah. So yeah, no, Ethan, as you can tell, Ethan Page's right knee is right up against the swall of Evans's back here. So yeah, ow, that sucks regardless here. Yeah, the new Youngblood is his name on the
the new Youngblood. Thank you.
Yeah, you can see that on his
yeah,
leg.
That's okay, fair enough. My bad.
Meanwhile, Ethan Page is like, yes, squirm and suffer, bitch. I'm the one who's taking this shit on.
Eventually, Javon Evans did hit a comeback. He was able to get back on his feet. He was about to go fly over to the top rope. Both men were struggling at the top turnbuckle until it was Ethan Page that got the better of the exchange and hit the Razor's Edge. Oh wait, the Ego's Edge to pin and win. Your winner, all ego, Ethan Page.
So, due to a technicality, Ethan Page manages to eke out a win against Javon Evans while continuing the beatdown on Javon Evans, even though Evans really didn't have to put up his contendership here. God damn indeed. God damn this man. How dare he?
And unfortunately, things went from bad to worse. Sean Spears ran down to the ring, and both Sean Spears and Ethan Page teamed up to put the beating on Javon Evans and the NXT champion, Trick Williams. The gasp? What is this, Juancho? Is this a hostile takeover? Is this WWE versus AEW?
Stop it. Yeah, go figure. No Aura Mensa allowed. Right? That would have been the last fucking thing that could have saved him. Oh, by the way, here's Aura Mensa. Ah, fuck. Yeah, nope, not this time. Nope. It looks like the Perfect 10 and the Egotist himself are aligning themselves for the sole purpose of taking out a potential threat in Javon Evans and the the imminent threat of the NXT champion himself. So
that's right, Mr. Quick. Whoop that trick. Yeah, they just did.
How dare they? Zut alors. How dare they? Ho ho, croissant.
So overall, a great NXT show, great battle royal. Happy to see Joe Hendry. I want to see more of him again. God damn it.
There's never say never. The prohibited portal has been opened, and you don't have to worry about not seeing Joe Hendry or anything like that. This is not the last you've seen of him. That we can pretty much guarantee.
Hells yeah. You know what? I love this business. These guys, WWE and TNA, are doing great with the prohibited portal of promotions, or as I like to call it, the Triple P, baby!
No.
Ah!
Stop it.
And speaking of Forbidden Doors, let's go ahead and get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
All right. This week's AEW Dynamite was, the first match on AEW Dynamite was announced last week. And this match is one-on-one, and it is given to you commercial-free as the returning Maxwell, Jacob Freeman, MJF goes one-on-one against Roosh. Oh my goodness. This was such an incredible opening match. These guys are just fucking 100% mean to each other, and it's amazing.
MJF, the most buffest like performer boy out of Long Island, aside from Matt Cardona, taking on Rush himself. The salt of the earth against I don't know, the Sazon Goya of the earth. I don't fucking know. What?
The Sazon Goya south of the border?
No, Sazon Goya.
The Sazon Goya, thank you.
Oh, by the way, I love the Obafemi impression. Appreciate that. NXT for Prohibited Portals. Will Ospreay is the future. Kind of.
You're
If he can
almost
survive his lucrative contract with AEW. If
right.
he survives it, yeah.
If he survives it. So getting back to it, Rush versus MJF. These guys start off really strong. Both these guys are just pissed off at each other, so they started wailing, and it turns into a scrap. And eventually, Rush was able to Rush was able to ground MJF when we got back from commercial break. And then Rush continued the punishment on MJF. Both these guys brawled at ringside. Rush threw MJF back first against the barricade. Not one barricade, not two barricades, but three barricades. While also yelling into the camera in Spanish.
Really?
Yes.
Cojudo. What the fuck?
Cojudo, yeah. He said something about Mexico, cabrón, or whatever.
Seriously?
Yeah, they went there, man.
Really, Rush? That ain't stereotypical at all, is it, Starscream?
Well, what do you want? He's an asshole.
I want him to be a smarter asshole. You gotta be dumb, you gotta be tough. But no, he's just being dumb.
But getting back to the match. So, and then Rush, he sits MJF on a steel chair right next to the barricade. He's about to go for a running attack. MJF ducks out of the way, and Rush lands face first onto the chair at ringside. MJF got himself a little bit of a window open to finally to hit his comeback. So both these guys continued their fight inside the ring, and then after a great back and forth action between Rush and MJF was able to get the victory by hitting the brainbuster onto El Toro Blanco. Your winner, MJF.
Well, he is better than us, and we do know it. So, yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
Absolutely, MJF got
the Jews. MJF is one of the buffest Jews on the face of the earth. Do not mess with him.
Do not.
He will turn your ass into a dreidel, as in he'll pound you into clay, motherfuckers. Don't let him. Don't let that happen. Just be nice to the man.
Now, unfortunately, MJF wasn't able to celebrate for long, as the celebration was cut off by the Embassy, who appeared on the Titantron.
Seriously?
That's right. And by the Embassy, I mean from right to left is the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan, and Toa Lanoa, The Machine, Brian Cage, and one of the wrestlers from CMLL. His name is Hachicero.
What?
Hachicero or Hachicero.
Hechicero,
yes.
That's enchanter. That's wizard.
Yeah.
Hechicero.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Fine, look him up. Hechicero, CMLL.
Hechiceria. And let me freaking.
Don't look at the definition. Look at the guy.
No, I'm gonna fucking translate selection to English. Yeah, sorcerer. There. Hechicero, meaning sorcerer. Like, isn't that wizard or some shit? I thought Jericho was the only one who was allowed to call himself a wizard.
But he's a Latino wizard. He's a lucha libre wizard. The big difference.
So he's a sorcerer. Yeah.
Spanish.
So what did Brian Cage, the Sorcerer, and the Gates of Agony?
They announced that next week on Dynamite, and actually no, at the Forbidden Door on Sunday, June 30th, MJF will go one-on-one against CMLL's Hechicero.
It's gonna be great.
Betting on yourself, MJF. Okay. I commend you.
I don't know what the hell these guys are thinking, but why is Rush is an lower card guy to begin with, and now we got Hechicero, a dude from a different promotion over here. Why? It would make more sense for him to go up against someone from the Embassy. Didn't Brian Cage? Didn't these guys work with MJF as part of the Pinnacle or some shit?
No.
No? Okay, so what the what the fuck?
What the fuck? I don't get it either.
Why? Why? What do you guys have to prove?
There are no stories in AEW.
Why? What do you have to prove?
No, Juan, listen. There are no stories. There's no plot. It's just wrestling matches because they want the 5 stars. It's all about the star ratings.
But
Juan.
why are they fighting? But why?
Because reasons. I don't fucking get it anymore, man. All right, this was...
Chat, MJF beats Roosh and Jack Perry marked out backstage. That'll teach Roosh to beat the shit out of me on national television? Yeah. Fucker.
That being said, great opening match, and it was also the exciting match of the night because fuck yeah, MJF in-ring return.
Yay! Who can say no to MJF?
And then we get the exciting segment of the night as two guys who will meet at the Forbidden Door come face to face. That is the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland and the AEW International Champion Will Ospreay.
Okay, you know what would actually make this a little bit more interesting? If it was title for title.
If it was winner takes all, yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just the AEW World title.
Exactly. That would be very nice. I would like that. See, that way, Ostrich over here has got something a little more of a stake to go on with. Also, Tam Tam's in the chat.
Hey, Tam Tam!
Tam, welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Welcome. I do agree with you. In fact, like, WWE, I feel like WWE dropped that ball when they had an opportunity to make a winner-takes-all match between Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul.
That was a whole another problem right there, Jose, because they had the Logan Paul like, oh no, I never agreed to that. La 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 la.
Yeah, they had their reasons here, but here, like, you guys could have done it. Like, I don't understand why we don't have a winner-takes-all match. That would have done great, gangbusters. I mean, shit. That way, you guys, that way, these guys can really fight on who's the best wrestler in the world. Which, by the way, that was the crux of their face-to-face argument of who's truly the best wrestler in the world between Will Ospreay and Swerve. Will Ospreay was able to fire back at Swerve Strickland.
I'm the greatest, bruv! I'm really only going to take a base, bruv!
Even better, he actually referenced WWE saying, like, well, while you were on Hit Row, I was making a hit list, bruv. Or some shit like that. Hey, I didn't write it.
Stop that.
But I didn't write it! Anyway.
Okay, okay. I'm seriously... trying to, okay, these guys need to figure out a way to try to cut promos without involving WWE because they make themselves look like a pack of idiots.
You make yourselves even more... You make yourselves even more carny, even more of a number 2 promotion.
And not in the ranking way either. That's in the poop way. In the chat, Tam Tam saying hi to folks. Mr. Quake... Cody Rhodes will be Grand Slam champion. Oh, in honor of Jim Crockett promotion. I call the international title the AEW Mid-Atlantic title.
As in mid-card.
Petty idiots. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Quick. Like, I want to see what Will Ospreay can fucking do in terms of promo cutting without involving WWE because he's got to fucking deal with Swerve Strickland right now, not Isaiah Swerve Scott from Hit Row in WWE. They're acting like there's a big rivalry happening when there isn't. When they've got these people who are jumping ship over to WWE, they make one tiny reference and they walk off, whereas these fucking dudes, they make references every single fucking week about WWE.
They can't help themselves, and Will Ospreay is showing some really thin skin.
Yeah, the Atlantic title. Well, I was actually sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought that you were talking about it being the Mid-Atlantic Championship because Ospreay's being mid with it.
Wait,
but what do I know?
Hedgesito might have hooked up with Gates of Agony for the loosest reason. Hedge walked up
to Brian and said, "I watched you in Lucha Underground. Can I join you?"
That's funny.
But
getting back to it, so both these guys look like they're ready to throw hands. Prince Nana was thankfully able to cut them both off, and he pretty much told them to save their energy for the Forbidden Door event, and then he tried to go for the Who's House, Swerve's House chant, but then Will Ospreay grabs a mic and he says, "My house," and before walking off.
Ooh.
And then Swerve Strickland got personal. He took it to another level. He took it too far, and
Why
Swerve
don't we
Strickland.
have a photo of that?
I don't have photo. Well, because it's just words. Swerve Strickland got on the mic and made it personal and says, "Hey, when you go home, tell your daughter and your wife I said hi." And And then Will went back into the ring, and these guys, and the segment ends with these guys just at each other's faces, like fucking trash talking. Like, okay, now there's actually
all over himself.
Now there's actual fire because Swerve Strickland, he does make things personal. Like, who can forget Swerve Strickland terrorizing Adam Page's house over the baby child in his cradle? Who can forget Swerve Strickland when he terrorized Nick Wayne in his dojo?
Yeah, but that was what's his face? That was Adam Page's child. So fuck him.
But not the child! Oh, God. And I'm like, wait, so this is the babyface you guys like? Swerve Strickland?
True.
Jesus, man!
Let me see. Let's see. There's also in Mr. Quake. But if AEW has their own US or IC titles, they should make it their own. I mean, the Ravens Fog. Yeah, like here's the thing: they should have the now you've got me calling it the International Championship and the Continental Championship, and those two need to be unified once and for all. That way, you have two mid-card titles for AEW: the TNT Championship and whatever fused Intercontinental whatever championship that you can make out of those other two.
Yeah, seriously. At this point, it doesn't make any sense to have the Continental Championship because
it legitimately doesn't. But
because it's ridiculous. But whatever. What do we know? We're just some guys on the internet. All right. But like I said, great segment. I wish Will Ospreay can go one promo segment without referencing WWE in some way, but this is Will Ospreay. He's been doing it since he got ruffled up a little by Triple H.
Yeah, he can't stop bruving himself.
Ah, bruv. All right, now let's get to the match of the night, and this is one of the qualifying first round matches. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot to point this out. During the promo segment, Will Ospreay mentioned on the mic that he does not need the Don Callis family to beat Swerve Strickland, and that did not sit well with the Don Callis family. Don Callis is, of course, in denial, saying everything is fine, they'll work it out, and everyone leaves except the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, Kyle Fletcher, because Kyle knows Will Ospreay personally. They wrestled together in New Japan as part of their faction, the United Empire. He knows that it's not all right.
Why is he like? Okay, good for him. He knows Ospreay better. He's still a champion for something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, seriously. Why don't you just make it the Ring of Honor Internet title? That makes more sense. Jesus, man.
No.
All right.
Now, so here is the underwhelming match.
Now let's go on to the underwhelming match, which is the first round qualifying match for the Owen Hart Cup in the women's bracket, as Chris Statlander goes one-on-one against the native beast, Nyla Rose.
Holy shit, it's been like half a century since I've seen Nyla Rose in action. Where the hell has she been?
Ring of Honor. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No. She was barely on Ring of Honor. Twitter.
Yeah, that tracks. She's the native beast, but she's a fucking beast on Twitter too, though. She's fucking hilarious. She's a fucking troll, and I love it. Yes,
she is. The fans love it too. But unfortunately, this match was a foregone conclusion because Nyla Rose is definitely like. I'm sorry. I love Nyla Rose too. She's great. She's an incredible athlete, and she's one of the dominating AEW Women's World Champions in the company's history. But man, oh man, this past year has not been generous to her at all. She was barely on TV.
Like, now she is, but
she's a lamb to the slaughter. Chris Statlander is the real star, and these two had a good match. No doubt about it.
Complete with Stokely Hathaway grinning evilly in the fucking corner. What the fuck?
Yeah, no.
What do I know?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But Chris Statlander and Jordan and Nyla Rose, they did have a good wrestling match. No, there was no doubt in that mind. It wasn't boring. Chris Statlander, of course, was able to get the win over Nyla Rose, and it fucking sucks. Like, you bring her back one time just to lose, and then, okay, thank you for coming. All right, well, we'll call you when we need you. The same thing they did with fucking Serena Deeb. Like, let me paint you a picture of how far Serena Deeb has fallen. Let's see. It's been nearly a month now since Double or Nothing, right?
Right.
Serena Deeb lost to Toni Storm. She failed to capture the AEW Women's World title. Fast forward to now. Serena Deeb will be wrestling tomorrow night on Rampage in one of the Owen Hart qualifying match.
Well, don't you mean one of the quarterfinals?
One of the quarterfinal matches. Guess who she's going to be facing?
Who?
Willow Nightingale. So you can guess who's already winning.
So Willow's gonna beat Serena.
Yes.
Okay. I can understand Willow Nightingale defeating Serena Deeb. That it's sad because Serena Deeb, she's been going on in her wrestling career, not really getting the kudos she deserves. So, like, her being fed to Willow, then it's gonna go to Willow and Statlander. We know that's the foregone conclusion on this, so we get this where it's going. No, there's a story. There's a story here. It's that what's her face, Statlander and Grinny Boy, Stokely Hathaway.
They turned on Willow. Yeah, they turned on Willow. There's a story. It sucks that
it sucks that it has to come at the expense of Serena fucking Deeb and Nyla fucking Rose. Nyla Rose, under any other circumstance, I don't care. Like, and this is all due respect to Chris Statlander because she is a fucking phenom. She is a phenomenal wrestler. But Nyla Rose is on any other day can eat her alive to death. She will ingest her in one bite and destroy her that way. The fucking end. Why is it like? Was the match even at least competitive? Was it a back and forth, or was it a fucking
one-sided?
steamroller?
It was one-sided. Like, Nyla Rose got it.
Statlander freaking Superman over Nyla Rose.
Like, Nyla Rose got a little bit of offense, but it was only like 10%.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. No, like, at the very least, make it competitive. At the very least, make it like Statlander has to struggle for it, for Christ's sake. Come on, people.
Nah, bro, Statlander wins, LOL. And then after the match, Stokely Hathaway, speaking of which, got on the mic and he issued a warning to Willow Nightingale that if you try to come after us, we're gonna kick your ass and lock you up just like Justin Timberlake.
Justin wasn't locked up. He had a mugshot taken and then he was released on bail. What the fuck, Stokely Hathaway? You didn't even get the reference right, Stokely!
I got a picture of Stokely, by the way.
What the fuck?
You got distracted about all the ranting. Like, yeah, I know. There's Stokely Hathaway cutting that promo and trying to hype up Chris Statlander. And then speaking of Willow Nightingale appears on the Titantron. She's all smiles. And she's saying hi to all the folks in Fairfax, Virginia.
And then she got serious face.
And she did mention, like I said, she's going to be wrestling Serena Deeb tomorrow night. And she didn't even say if she beats her. She said when she beats her. Like, what? Okay. Sorry.
Well, I'll say, no, everyone says when I win.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Everyone says that.
I know that. I'm just annoyed. Because Serena Deeb deserved better.
She really does.
But then again, she didn't do herself any favors. With that promo that she cut, which was not good.
It was not good at all. I guess that's kind of why they kind of fed her to they're going to be feeding her to Willow here. In the chat, let me take a look over here. Okay. A report said Deborah McMichael is going to join the flock and be a Courtney Love type girlfriend of Raven. She turned it down. Might have been like, fuck no to the grunge look. Yeah, Deborah McMichael? Really? In grunge?
What?
Okay.
I
don't think so. No, that wouldn't have fucking worked.
That would have been, yeah.
Best thing about Nyla versus Statlander was the aftermatch promo. Chris Statlander did some dance move after Stokely made the Justin Timberlake reference.
Cool, I guess, but sorry, I'm still so freaking mad, man. Like, holy shit, Lex Luger in 1993 was treated better than Serena Deeb.
Yo, let's not say shit we can't take back, Jose.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to. Do I have a bad segment? I'm pretty sure I do. Like,
it was. There's this over here.
Oh yes, that's right.
How's that the bad segment? I don't.
No. I'm gonna talk about it. Let me walk you through why.
Okay.
It's the official contract signing for the AEW Women's World Championship match as Timeless Toni Storm will defend against Mina Shirakawa
at Forbidden Door.
And the contract signing is mediated by Mariah May.
Hold on. I'm seeing double. 4 Mariah Mays.
Yeah.
I'm fucking joking. Like, why the hell did they set up the graphic like that, guys?
It is so...
That doesn't make sense.
It is so goddamn weird. All right, so let me talk about this segment. So Mariah May is trying to play peacekeeper between both sides because she loves them both, and she doesn't.
They're like she's the totally hetero life mates with both of them, and not in a gay way at all.
And then Mina Shirakawa got on the mic and told Mariah May to shut up. And
no.
And then she pretty much made she spoke well, but she didn't say enough. But she said nothing, to put it in cornet terms. She said that apparently Toni Storm has gone soft as the AEW as champion. That the fans don't like her. And I'm like looking at this, and I'm like, have you read the room?
The show?
Have you read the room?
Have you read Mina? Are you watching the programming? I wouldn't blame you if you're not. But are you watching the programming? That doesn't make sense. Not even as I'm telling a lie to demoralize the champion. No! People are firmly behind chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
Yes!
Shit, with Timeless Toni Storm.
She completed her side of the promo by saying she's going to take the title, and she's also going to take Mariah May. She's going to take her, quote, daughter, or whatever. And
why are you, and she's talking, let me guess, she's talking about Mariah May as if Mariah's not even in the room, right?
Right. After she told her to shut up.
What the fuck?
Toni Storm.
Mina? What the shit?
Toni Storm then got back on the mic, and she pretty much said, oh, you want a piece of this buffet? Well, get in line, because, I don't know. I got lost in her words. But she did finish off by saying, chin up.
Tits out, watch for the shoe.
Watch for the shoe. And they continued their promo until they were interrupted by an angry and furious Saraya and What's-Her-Face and Harley Cameron. And they were pissed off, and they had enough of this, and they brought backup, and the backup being Anna Jay.
On the
left. Anna Jay on the left, Harley Cameron on the right. The three women trashed the entire contract signing session, and Toni Storm tried to fight back, and she was going to do her running ass move onto Saraya while she was up against the table that's been propped up against the turnbuckle, but Saraya ducked out of the way, and Toni Storm crashed into the table.
Ass first.
Okay,
so Toni Storm got some wood. Mina Shirakawa got down. Mariah May is probably sucking her thumb in the corner. Mommies, please, I hate it when you fight. And meanwhile, Luther's doing jack shit.
Yep.
What, has he got his thumb up his boo-boo or some shit? What is he, painted on the wall? Pintado en la pared? Fucking useless? Bless you. You'd imagine that the fucking guy, at the very least, no, my precious Timeless Toni Storm, something, any fucking thing, or would have tried to be a cowardly chicken shit manager, try to grab the championship, and try to either threaten to smash Saraya or Harley Cameron or Anna Jay in the face.
Actually, no, because Luther
would spook him in the face, and he would jump away.
Actually, no, because Luther wasn't there. They're also teasing a little bit of dissension between Luther and the entire Tony.
What?
And Mariah May.
So Luther isn't even there.
Nope.
So he was okay. So it was just the ladies. It was just the custody for Mariah match contract signing. No Luther involved.
With Saraya, featuring Saraya and her gang.
Yeah, Absolution 3.0 as Mr. Quake called them. Ow.
AEW's own version of Toxic Attraction.
Toxic Attraction. Kinda, I guess. Let me see here.
I'm never going to say no to Saraya. I love seeing Saraya on screen.
Yeah, true, but I would also love to see Saraya, in action a little more.
Oh,
if she's going to be, throwing caution to the wind and continuing her career in ring in a different promotion, then either stick it the way with the way that D-Bride does it and fucking go balls to the wall because, oh my god, I just love this sport, or fucking don't phone it in so much. Okay. In the chat, Vicente, even Excalibur pointed out it's not normal here and here are the matches, but Nyla Rose is stronger than Chris Statler. Yeah. Mina Shirakawa had better English in her promo than I thought she would have coming from Japan. Yeah, and so Saraya is still hot while angry. I would almost want to get hate screwed by her while she bitches to me about Alberto Del Rio.
Damn, Vicente.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
Have you seen this woman?
That woman's great.
All
right, now I would put her up there at the same hotness level as Rhea Ripley. Yeah, I will die on that hill!
Wow.
Now,
Truthfully, I am coming around to Mina Shirakawa because, goddamn, that woman's hot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Japanese girls are cute. You're damn right.
Now let's get to the main event, and this is a qualifier match in the men's bracket of the Owen Hart Cup tournament, as Claudio Castagnoli goes one-on-one against the bastard Pac, speaking of which, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, on commentary.
Dude, Pac, just move your hair one side. You can't see how can you see? How can you see past all that?
He can see.
But, are you sure he can see? Because his hair's all in his face here. Anything?
Yeah, he should probably braid it up like D-Bry over here.
Yeah, see, D-Bry keeps his shit in cornrows. It's weird. Probably culturally appropriating, but, at least it's out of his face.
At least it's out of his face.
I miss Neville, says Mr. Quake.
We all miss Neville in WWE.
But Japanese and Korean girls are hot equally, and I won't say no to that.
Now, that being said, this was an incredibly technically sound wrestling match between Pac and Claudio Castagnoli. There is a bit of a story that's going on in this match. Apparently, Claudio is wrestling with an injured hip. So, but from the look of things, the way I've been seeing, it hasn't been keeping him, it hasn't been hindering his abilities throughout the entire main event. Because Claudio was still able to power out, and he was still able to hit his technical moves onto Pac. Now, I even got screenshots here. You can see one. You can see.
Yeah, that's real technical. Let me just stomp on the motherfucker.
That's what he does. Yeah, it's a double stomp to the gut. That's one of his. That's one of his
technical.
Yeah, and he does that.
Jump on a motherfucker and land feet first on his chest.
So does Finn Balor.
Yeah, but he does that as his finisher.
Fine, whatever. Anyway, so he was able to do that. And then Claudio Castagnoli, using his strength, was able to hit the big swing, and he was able to get 12 rotations out of the swing.
Gotta hand it to the Swiss Superman.
Hells yeah. Claudio continued his assault, and he was about to hit the Ricola bomb. But then Pac was able to reverse it and lock in this crucifix necklock submission hold, which looks very nice. Claudio was able to break out of it and switch it over to the sharpshooter, and then eventually he's transitioned from the sharpshooter to lock in the crossface. Hells yeah. And then Pac was able to break out of that submission hold, and then he was trying to go, and then at one point he tried to go to the top rope and hit the black arrow, but Claudio Castagnoli was able to get the knees up and evade that move. And then after an incredible back and forth action between Claudio and Pac, they both exchanged a series of near pinfalls, one after another, after another pinfall, after another pinfall, after another pinfall, until eventually Pac was able to outsmart his opponent and got the better exchange in the roll-ups to win. Your winner and advancing in the tournament, Pac.
He must have been operating off of instinct. If I can't see in front of me, I'm not going to be much good in the fucking ring.
His hair is always in front.
Why?
I don't get it.
Claudio went for the Kevin Sullivan / Fit Finlay Balor stomp of death. Hey, it works. Yeah, but how is that technical? The crossface and the submissions and that freaking crucifix submission hold and shit. That shit's technical. But stomping on a motherfucker, my ass could stomp on a motherfucker. Jose could stomp on a motherfucker. You give me Zayana Rose, we'll have her jump off the top rope. She could stomp on a motherfucker.
You're getting so nitpicky.
Yes, I can.
But nevertheless, great main event, great wrestling match between Pac and Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio, of course, at the end of the program, he was pretty much putting up a sore loser's attitude, and he walked away from Bryan Danielson when Bryan Danielson was trying to counsel him, saying, hey, man, these things happen. It's okay. We're going to be fine. And
Claudio stormed off.
Claudio stormed off, and that's where the show ends. So, yeah, no, nothing superly offensive on Dynamite. Well, no.
Nothing that you mentioned. I know that there was shenanigans backstage with Kazuchika Okada fucking with the backstage production stuff.
Oh, well, fuck him.
Wow.
I gave him a pass because Kazuchika Okada is a little bit more entertaining.
So there wasn't any Young Bucks stupidity, nothing like that?
The only thing they had was just a tag team match against the Acclaimed. But that wasn't bad. That wasn't nearly as bad or as anticlimactic as Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose.
How could you leave that out? The Acclaimed need to take the fucking tag championships away from those two mooks. Was it a non-title match? Was it their stupid eliminator match or something?
I think it was an eliminator match.
Oh my fucking lord!
No, hang on. I can confirm it right now. Calm down.
Vicente, great seeing Pac win. Surprising, but good. Even when with a little hair in his eyes, Pac still saw his own win. I like that look as a guy who had long hair, shoulder length. I've got long hair, shoulder length too, but I have enough sense to cut the bangs or whatever so I can see or some shit. Yeah, I saw the Acclaimed on the news, DMV baby. Yeah, I saw you there.
Also, to answer your question, yes, it was an eliminator match,
and they lost.
To the Bucks.
What's the point of eliminator matches?
It's so stupid. But like I said, it wasn't nearly as offensive as the women's match because what the fuck, man? Nyla Rose deserved better. Serena Deeb deserved better. This is just a byproduct of the huge blind spot in AEW, and that is the booking of their women's division.
I mean, it's been a hot minute since I pulled this out, but it never stops being relevant.
Need we say more?
Seriously? Come on, man.
All right. Now let's go ahead and change on over to total non-stop action. Before we get to this week's edition of TNA Impact, let's talk about the main event of this year's pay-per-view event, TNA's Against All Odds.
Okay, so this took place at the Cicero Stadium in Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois.
Illinois, that's right. The home of the biggest troll in Glasgow, Scotland.
CM Punk.
Oh my god! It was so good! But anyways, this match was not just an ordinary match. It is a one-on-one match for the TNA World Championship as Moose defends against Broken Matt Hardy. And apparently this match was contested under broken rules.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's an Extreme Rules match. All weapons are legal, no disqualification, anything goes.
So, lazy booking.
Stop saying that!
Tell Jim Cornette to stop saying it and then I'll stop.
Well, why do you have to parody off of him?
Well, you parrot off of a bunch of other motherfuckers in this thing. Why am I the one who shouldn't be allowed to?
Michael Jordan will dunk on CM Punk.
I love the woken impression. You mean the broken impression?
It's broken, not woken.
Yes, woken was the officially copyrighted version owned by World Wrestling Entertainment.
And yeah, because this was
Corey Jade's from Chicago too.
And yeah, because this was a hardcore match, of course, they brought out a lot of the weapons. They brought out steel chairs. They brought out ladders. They brought out tables. And they brought out freaking cooking pans. It was crazy. Like I felt like I was watching an ECW match between Moose and Matt Hardy. That's how
wonderful.
Yeah, no, there was nothing technical to point out. So I'll point out all the cool spots that happened. Like there was a point where Moose dunked Matt Hardy in the ring onto a pile of chairs, which fucking hurts.
Ow.
Dick indeed. Matt Hardy was able to fight back. Moose continued to hit chair shots onto Matt Hardy at ringside and in the ring. Matt Hardy was able to get a little bit of a window. These two eventually brawled into the crowd until they made their way back into the ring. Matt Hardy, we got a table spot. Matt Hardy was able to put Moose on the table. He went to the top of the ladder and he hit an extreme leg drop through the table.
Wonderful! Yeah!
Matt Hardy also hit a really mean twist of fate on the ringside floor, and he spiked Moose's skull onto the floor. Ouch! Nice. That was painful to watch. And then Matt Hardy gets down to the ring, and he pulls out a cardboard box, and we're all wondering what it was. And in my mind, I'm like, it better not be some Joe Gacy bullshit with a fucking boxing glove popping out or something. Right. But thankfully, it wasn't. Moose knocked out Matt Hardy. He opened up the box, and it is a football helmet of the New England Patriots.
Make fun of the fact that he was a fucking thing.
Matt Hardy.
Rest in peace, Willie Mays. Yeah, we saw that.
Matt Hardy countered, and he put on a football helmet of the Chicago Bears.
Wonderful!
Oh my god. So
Bears.
Yeah, I know. And these two continue to brawl it out. Matt Hardy... they continued their action back into the ring. Matt Hardy finally hits the twist of fate onto Moose, and it looks like he had the match won. And then fucking Alicia Edwards runs to the ring with a kendo stick, and she wails on Matt Hardy's back, breaking the stick in the process. And then out comes Queen Rebecca.
Oh God, no! You gotta be kidding me.
Queen Rebecca and Alicia Edwards have themselves a little cat fight. Yep. And one of the tables is propped up onto one of the corners of the ring, and Matt Hardy sees Moose going over to the table, and Matt Hardy's poised to spear Moose through the table, but then, in the last second, Moose moved out of the way, and Matt Hardy accidentally speared Rebecca Hardy through the table. And then after that, Moose hits the spear to pin and retain. Your winner, and still, the TNA World Champion...
God damn it, Moose.
Moose.
God fucking damn it.
Great hardcore match, but
when you have hardcore matches, that just opens a way for the heel to chicken shit his way into a victory. That's bullshit.
Yep, and then after the match, we got like a bunch of shit that happened. The System came down to the ring, and they were pretty much destroying the Nemeths, the Brian Nemeth, Nick Nemeth. They destroyed Joe Hendry, who tried to make a save, and it looks like, and yeah, look, there's even a picture where the System stood tall, and they were dominant over the babyfaces.
I got you down, motherfucker! Ha ha ha!
It looked as if all hope was lost.
Yeah, there was no way that that anyone could ever overcome the System.
But then we get the surprise return, making his third return into TNA.
Oh my God!
To quote Mike Tenay from commentary, "What's Jeff Hardy doing in the Impact Zone?"
Oh my fucking God!
Jeff Hardy is back, and he had a chair that had the paint design of Will-O-the-Wisp, and he started wailing.
OC Donut Steel.
His OC Donut Steel. He started wailing on the System, clearing house. He hits the Swanton Bomb onto Moose, and the show ends with all the baby faces celebrated. You got the Nemeths, you got the Hardys, you got Queen Rebecca.
And you've got Joe Hendry.
Like,
okay, Rebecca, what the fuck, woman? Why would you get involved yourself? Stay away. There's only so much crazy biatch that TNA can handle at any one given time. Where was Masha Slamovich not allowed in the building? What about what's her face? What about DK?
What do you mean? What about him?
Were they anywhere against all odds at all? Rosemary,
no.
Fucking Jessica Havoc?
No.
Okay, in that case, very well, Rebecca. Welcome back. We appreciate the appearance. You filled the crazy bitch quota for the night. Thank you for that.
Now, yeah, thank you.
There's only so much crazy bitch that TNA can handle at any one given time. And I say this endearingly. I say this because I know that she'll eat me alive if I actually try to insult her, which I'm really not trying to at all. I don't have any beefs with the woman, but, bitch is crazy.
It's just crazy. Now, this is something that I do actually want to spend some time to talk about, because as of right now, the Hardy Boys are still free agents. They haven't signed any contracts. But considering what we know of Jeff Hardy in the past 3 years, since 2022, he went from being let go from WWE after showing up, not feeling not functioning all thrusters in a house show, and
being stoned,
and considering his arrest in 2022 while under contract in AEW that got him suspended and booked him down all the way down on the card to be demoted to Rampage.
And let's not forget his multiple attempts to kill himself in the ring while on AEW.
This does bring a question. Can Jeff Hardy keep himself clean? What can TNA benefit from the third run of Jeff Hardy? And for this, hot tag to Juancho.
What? I don't have any. Oh.
I need you to give your thoughts about this whole Jeff Hardy thing.
Okay.
Because this is serious.
All right, fine, okay. Okay, I guess we're doing this. Okay.
All right, hot tag.
All right, give me that. Fine. Okay, I was actually caught off guard. Here, take your ass cushion with you. Ass.
Ow.
Ass. There we go. Hey, folks, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team, the host of the Black Files, and his ace tag partner here for Wrestle Rewind. So, you, for the record, say you suck because you're saying you have something very serious and you have a very serious thought, and your serious thought is, I want Juan to have a serious thought.
Well, no, because that's just my question here. Like, okay, what's going to happen? Like, what can TNA benefit from Jeff Hardy at this point? What can Jeff Hardy do at this point?
What is Jeff Hardy? What is he, Jose?
He's an artist.
He's a brand. He is a brand. Yeah, no, Jeff Hardy is many things. He's a professional wrestler. He's a multiple-time champion. He has wrestled in every major professional wrestling promotion in the last 25 years. All right, every major promotion worth a damn. So WWE, TNA, and AEW. Good for him. But he's also been a colossal fuck-up. And that's not me pulling punches. I was trying to pull punches earlier when it comes to talking about Rebby, because Rebby, she'll kill me. But Jeff seems more intent on killing himself, at least when it comes to his in-ring action. When it comes to his behavior outside of the ring, we all know that Jeff has had a myriad of issues regarding his drug addiction problems. It is well documented. It is well known. It is not something that needs to be relitigated over and over. But the fact of the matter remains, how many times, how many second, third, fourth, fifth chances can someone like Jeff Hardy get? The answer is actually depending on which promotion he's in, on how badly they would need him or not. When he was in AEW, they suspended him when he was arrested while he was driving drunk or driving under the influence of drugs, or what was it?
Under the influence.
Okay, they suspended him. They still kept him. They kept him around. They knocked him down the food chain, but they kept him around. When he was in WWE, he was already working like upper mid-card areas.
Upper mid-card areas, yeah, until, the novelty wore off.
Yeah, and he started goofing with himself, and he showed up at that house show, Blitz or whatever, and he was let go. Right?
Yes.
Okay. WWE did not need Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy did need WWE. Jeff Hardy did need AEW. But even after a little while, even that coked out idiot Tony Khan can realize, hey, I can't have Jeff Hardying himself all over on my show, on my programming. So at this point, it becomes a matter of, is he going to be able to keep his nose clean long enough to make his third TNA run worthwhile? Or is he going to fuck up like he has done in the past? And is he going to fall back on his bad habits and mess up the opportunity that he has for working here in TNA? And what's even more important here is, now that TNA has the backdoor into NXT, the NXT TNA cross-promotional stuff, you've got a pollination opportunity to have a way for Matt and Jeff Hardy to parlay their way back over to WWE to potentially finish their careers there. Because let's not lie to ourselves, they started in WWE. They're WWE guys through and through. They jumped over to TNA when they saw that they weren't being used the way they wanted to. They had a little more freedom. They had a little more flexibility in AEW. But too much flexibility in AEW is what gives us situations like the backstage fights with Sammy Guevara and whoever the hell he pisses off that week. It gives us shit like the debacle between the Elite and CM Punk. And it gives us the stuff of, Jeff Hardy's really just there for the check, so why should he care? Why should he care whether or not he's being used how he feels he should? Maybe Jeff Hardy wants to be AEW World Champion. Nah, I don't think so, man. Well, if that's not what's in the cards for me, then fuck it. I'll just kill myself live on television, and I'll just keep my nose all upped up. So, at this point, it has to become a matter of Jeff Hardy having accountability to himself, tempering his expectations on where he stands in the pecking order of professional wrestling these days. He's more a name, he's more of a brand than someone who's actually needing to be elevated, needing to have a championship run. He doesn't need that in his career anymore. But from the way I've been doing my voodoo math over here while trying to spitball this out with you guys, my figuring is that Jeff probably believes that he should end as a top champion or something. Either him and Matt either being top tag champions or being a world champ or WWE champ or some kind of world champion. That's not what Jeff needs to be doing in his career at this point. He should be taking the same route that you've got with guys like Punk, with guys like Cody, where you actually help bring up the younger people, where you actually help elevate other folks in the locker room, help make stars by elevating them, not aggrandizing yourself and trying to leverage yourself. You leverage yourself at their advanced age, and we're saying advanced age in terms of being a professional wrestler in the ring, by showing what you can contribute to younger wrestlers, to younger talent, to people who will carry the promotion onward, and by imparting knowledge, by putting them over in promos, by teaming up with them the same way Trick Williams did with what's-his-face? Javon Evans.
Yes.
And that's in the little developmental brand. That's in the McDonald's playground of professional wrestling, if you think about it. But even then, you've got people coming up on there. So Jeff really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask himself, how badly do I want people to see me as someone worthwhile? And he needs to reevaluate, how can I see myself as worthwhile? I've been world champion in TNA. I've been world champion in WWE. I am a multi-time tag team champion. I have a career behind me that has had its highs and lows, but it's one that people can look to for inspiration, and it's one that people can look to for in terms of taking a look at the positives and being able to being able to aspire to it, while also looking at some of the negatives and looking at those as cautionary tales in order to be a better person. If Jeff can bring himself to that sense of realization of himself, then he'll be fucking flying through TNA like nobody's business. Him and Matt will have themselves a hell of a time, a hell of a run, and before you know it, WWE is going to come calling them and saying hey, listen, we saw that you guys have been doing really good in TNA. You guys know that we have this initiative happening. What do you guys say to one last run and having you guys retire with us? We'll put you in the Hall of Fame. We'll put you guys over. We'll give you guys the proper fond farewell that you deserve. But and especially you, Jeff, we see that you've been keeping your shit straight. We want to know if you could do that just long enough for us to help you guys retire. If you guys are ready to walk off into the sunset together. And if Jeff's got enough brain cells left in him, he'll fucking go ahead and say yes. Now that would be wonderful! Yes!
Here's to hoping that he actually stays clean and keeps himself healthy. And I'm not trying to be skeptic, but realistically, I give him 3 months.
All right, you heard Jose. We'll check back with you, Jose, September 20th.
Okay, then.
All right?
Hot tag back.
There, hot tag back. Fuck you.
Hey, at least you weren't super angry.
Yeah, but I'm still got, my fucking concerns with Jeff. For God's sake.
I know. We all do. We are all concerned for Jeff Hardy's health. For goodness sake.
And we say this shit because we care. We say this shit because he's a hero. We say this shit because we love him. We say this shit because we freaking admire the guy.
We grew up watching him during when we first saw him in 1999.
He was part of the Attitude Era. Him with the TLC with the Dudleys and Edge and Christian, for Christ's sake. Fuck, man. Jesse Eisenberg.
I don't want to dignify that guy, but let's go ahead and go into this week's edition of TNA Impact. This is their final tapings over in the Cicero Stadium in Chicago, Illinois, and we're now going to talk about the fallout from Against All Odds, as the show opens up with an in-ring celebration promo segment featuring the System. They kick off TNA Impact, still holding all the gold, and they're celebrating in their victories at Against All Odds.
Neener.
That's right. Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards retained their tag belts against the Nemeth brothers. Alicia Edwards and Masha Slamovich retained their Knockouts World Tag titles against their opponents. I think it was against Spitfire. No, it wasn't Spitfire. It was someone else. And Moose, as we mentioned, retained his TNA World title against Matt Hardy, and they had received a little bit of an extra help in the System by a returning Dirty Dango? Oh, wait, no. He's not Dirty Dango anymore. He's been rebranded as JDC.
What?
JDC. I'm guessing that's his initials to his real name. I know JC is Johnny Curtis, because that's his name, Johnny Curtis. But I don't know.
Johnny Dirty Curtis?
Johnny Dirty
Dango Curtis? Whatever.
Johnny Dango Curtis? I don't fucking know anymore, man.
I'm gonna fucking look him up over here. Give me 5 seconds.
Fine. While you do that, I'm just gonna call him Dango just to make things easier. So
let me find his fucking thing. Give me 5 seconds. Jonathan Curtis. Yeah, Dirty. You know what? Fucking whatever. He could stick with he can stick with Johnny Curtis, and he can stick with JDC.
Yeah,
because he just don't care.
All right, so yeah, haha, thank you for because he just don't care. So Mr. Just Don't Care got on the mic, and he was complaining about how he was sitting at home for months, and how he wasn't being featured on TV, how he wasn't being featured in wrestling, and he was about at the point of quitting. And he got a phone call, and he found new friends in the System,
AKA they preyed on his insecurity, how he just hates professional wrestling. But you know, if you hated it so much, you were home, buddy. You weren't professional wrestling anymore. One would think that you were having the time of your fucking life.
Of course, Moose got on the mic and made a little correction there, saying that he's not officially in the System yet.
Oh, so what? He's like a fucking initiative. He's either lackey. He's either JD McDonough.
He is considered he's considered their pledge and their bitch. If you get the reference. Anyways. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not their bitch, their girlfriend. Sorry, I fucked up. Damn it.
Still, seriously, whatever.
So interrupting the proceedings, of course, having none of this shit, is the TNA Wrestling's Director of Authority,
Santana Baraya.
That's right. He lays down the law against this tall, dark-skinned son of a gun, and he says that heading into Slammiversary, they're going to have a series of one-on-one matches, and whoever wins, and the winners of these 6 matches, those 5 matches, will compete in a 6-way match at Slammiversary for the TNA World Title. And the main event for tonight's edition of Impact would be Josh Alexander versus Eric Young in their qualifier match.
Shit.
Oh yeah, Santino's laying down the law. We're not playing games this time, buddy.
There's no cobras.
No socks, no cobras. None of that ganky gooky shit.
Good.
You leave that shit in Jacksonville, son.
Exactly. Thankfully, okay. So Santino's like, no, I'm laying down the law, and you guys you're not above the law, so fuck you.
Exactly.
Yay.
Yeah. How ironic. The System is not above the law.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha.
They're not above the authority that is Santana.
Now, let's get over to the exciting segment of the exciting match of the night, and it's another hardcore match that I truly got a kick out of, and you're going to find a little bit of a surprise, Juancho. This is a Chicago street fight as Frankie Kazarian goes one-on-one against Ace Steel.
Oh my god, he needs to be muzzled.
Yeah.
He needs to be muzzled.
The same Ace Steel who was in the brawl-out situation in 2022 with CM Punk and the Elite. The same Ace Steel that bit Kenny Omega's arm.
Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell? Frankie, run. Frankie, fucking run. Run for your fucking life. Run away from this man.
Oh my god!
Does it look like he had a mouth guard? He didn't have a mouth guard, did he?
Who, Ace Steel?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No, he didn't have a mouth guard.
You should have a mouth guard.
They were
You should
wrestling.
be muzzled!
It's a street fight.
Muzzle the man!
They don't wrestle. They don't wrestle
You
with mouth
muzzle that man and you run!
No one. It's no
You'll figure out how to demuzzled!
It's no disqualification.
But then you're disqualification at least I'm not.
and if it goes, that means no muzzles.
Ah! Alright, tell me about how they has fight.
All right. Once again, another great hardcore match, and I was surprised to see Ace Steel in the ring. I wasn't expecting that, so that came out of left field. So this match happened because Ace Steel was mentoring Joe Hendry at Against All Odds, and he helped Joe Hendry beat Frankie Kazarian in their one-on-one match at the pay-per-view. So Frankie Kazarian was looking to get some revenge. Now this was a like I said, straight-up hardcore match, straight-up brawling, straight-up scrapping. Frankie Kazarian, of course, was dealing a lot of punishment onto Ace Steel, targeting the right arm of Ace Steel throughout the match, hitting him with chair shots, hitting him with garbage cans, and just laying out a bunch of punishment onto Ace Steel with a variety of weapons. Ace Steel was able to dodge out of the way. Like Frankie Kazarian tried to go for a springboard leg drop onto the arm. Ace Steel was able to dodge, and Frankie Kazarian ate the steel chair instead. Yep. Then Ace Steel was able to hit a comeback. He was able to hit Frankie Kazarian with his own volley of chair shots. Turn to the live chat because I want to turn to that after this.
Yeah.
And then Frankie Kazarian was able to outsmart Ace Steel and lock in the crossface chicken wing onto Ace Steel, and he was able to lock it in and get the win. Your winner, Frankie Kazarian.
God damn it!
And then afterwards, Frankie Kazarian tried to put in more punishment onto Ace Steel, and then out comes Joe Hendry to save Ace Steel from Frankie Kazarian.
Seriously?
Yes, Joe Hendry saved Ace Steel.
Nice.
Hells
I guess
yeah.
Ace Steel believes.
Yes, he does. And like I said, another great hardcore match. I enjoyed it.
Let me take a look at the chat over here while we're at it. Mr. Quake going a million miles a second. I need to call myself Mr. Random, Cobra, holla holla, I'm having fun. Project Metal Music's in the chat. Hey, Project Metal Music, welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Hey!
I sure do hate how several restaurants have been going out of business, hoping Red Lobster, and I hope near me can stay open. Yeah, I know. What the fuck is up with that?
Do you mean IHOP?
No.
I hope.
Red Lobsters.
I know, but he's okay. Fine. Like he said, Red Lobster, and I hope, and okay.
No, I hope that Red Lobster can stay.
I like Red Lobster. I've only been there once.
Jeff Hardy seems like he could star in a D-rated Lucifer Valentine movie. No.
Nah.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy should have his own intervention episode years ago. Seriously. I admire that even retired from the ring, Ace Steel can still pull off a few comeback matches. Yep.
Hells yeah, man.
And yeah, IHOP too. Yeah, we love IHOP over here like nobody's business.
IHOP is great.
Will Ospreay is over emotional. No, Will Ospreay's just green when it comes to promos, bruv.
He's just green and he has very thin skin. Like he doesn't know how to take jabs very well.
No, he doesn't know how to take them.
Or rather, he doesn't know how to take criticism. Yeah. So now let's get on to the exciting and weird segment of the night. And I wish I could make this up, but this actually happened. This whole twisted, crazy, fucked up, romantic story finally comes to fruition as Steph DeLander and PCO go on a date.
What? Oh, wait. You're serious. Wow, okay. So what? They follow these two to like a restaurant, or they?
No. They have their date in the middle of the ring in front of the crowd. Like they have this nice little dining table set up, and they got the dishes set up, and the plateware, and the silverware, and the glassware. And Steph DeLander's in the ring, nice all dressed up in her black dress. And PCO goes down, and Steph DeLander's such a nice lady. She actually opens the ropes for him to enter the ring. And
isn't that sweet? That's so cool.
And apparently Steph can actually understand monster language because he asks, she asks PCO, what does he like to do outside of wrestling? And he just goes, Rah! And then Steph DeLander's like, no kidding. I also like watching the movie. I also like watching The Notebook.
What? And like the segment continues on. They feed each other dark and evil pasta.
They feed each other dark and evil pasta. They feed each other like dark and evil black gooey beverage, whatever the fuck that is.
It looks like soba noodles here, which is fine, I guess. But by the way, fun fact: did you know that soba noodles are just made of buckwheat? That's all it is, and that's why it looks dark. That's it.
I didn't know that.
It's just buckwheat. It's okay.
Hey, we learn something new every day, right, kids?
Like, just with thin skin, just imagine a promo insult battle between Will Ospreay and Ronda Rousey. Heavy level cringe. Ugh, I don't want to imagine that. That's stupid.
No.
That's too dumb.
No.
Yeah, Steph speaks Frankenstein.
Steph speaks Frankenstein. Hey, JBL, we found someone who speaks zombie.
Right? Just don't introduce him to the Sandman.
Oh. But that being said...
Soba noodles are good.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, they had wine, they had that black ooze, they had sopa noodles, and it looks like the date was going very well. Everything was going hunky-dory.
I mean, this was really weird.
There is nothing that can possibly ruin this romance that we are seeing here, that the Chicago crowd is seeing. So AJ Francis and Rich Swann interrupt the proceedings and run down at
You
PCO.
gotta be fucking kidding me. Seriously?
Yep, AJ Francis, the digital media champion, trash talked PCO, and then they laid out PCO. They started wailing on PCO. They trashed the whole freaking dinner date, and eventually, AJ Francis power slammed PCO in the middle of the ring, and then Rich Swann duct taped PCO to the corner of the ring. Like, yeah, you see AJ Francis who laid out PCO, and then Steph DeLander slapped AJ Francis in the face. But unfortunately, that came at a cost.
Rude.
Yep. Speaking of rude, AJ Francis chokeslammed Steph DeLander through the dinner date table. What a bastard!
Motherfucker! That is so wrong. How dare you? Like, look, listen, okay, if both Steph DeLander and fucking PCO are putting in the effort for it, then I'll give them props for making this weird-ass fucking angle work. Because, like, hey, she's a creepy girl, he's a creepy guy, let's be creepy together. Sure, I can live with that. That's how I got married to K-Storm. But except instead of creepy, just crazy.
Listen, if we can accept Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis, we can accept this.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, like we supported indie wrestling. Why can't we support Steph DeLander getting her Mac on with PCO? Well, yeah, no, wannabe Suge Knight. Yeah, fucking zombie. Hey.
Right, yeah. Mr. Juancho says Unicorn Tan.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's fucking it's dorky, but it's the fun kind of dorky that you can get behind. And then comes this asshole. This fucking asshole, AJ Francis and Rich Swann.
Creepy forever after. Thank you, Matthew Coburn.
Thank you. Like, we were having fun. It was awkward, but we were having fun.
How dare you take that fun away from us, Top Dollar? You bastard.
How dare you? Go jump over a rope.
I know, right? All right, now let's get over to the match of the night, and it's another in-ring one-on-one match featuring...
The irreplaceable, the unforgettable, the incredible
Ash by Elegance. It's a one-on-one match. It's a one-on-one squash match against a local talent, and her name was Heather Reckless. Heather Reckless didn't stand a chance against this star, so yeah, no. Like I said, it was a squash match. Ash by Elegance made quick work of her with a little help from the personal concierge, and she was able to hit the rarefied air to pin and win.
God damn it.
And then after the match, as an insult to Jordan Grace, Ash by Elegance started flexing her muscles like the Juggernaut, and she was trying to hit the Juggernaut driver onto Heather Reckless until out comes the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Jordan Grace, to put that bitch in her place.
So, like, don't tell me. Ash by Elegance went ahead and she ran for the fucking hills, didn't she?
Nope. She tried to go for the attack. Jordan Grace knocks her down with 2 clotheslines. She tries to go for the Juggernaut driver, but then she was attacked from behind from the personal concierge, who hits the most sissiest of slaps onto Jordan Grace. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Boy, I hope you've got your affairs in order.
Look, man, I mean, listen, Paul Heyman didn't stand a chance, but at least he fared better against Kevin Owens with his baby slaps.
Seriously, like, if you're gonna baby slap like you mean it.
Oh God!
For real, dog.
I swear, watching a smaller wimp dude like try to beat up Jordan Grace, like it's just priceless.
That's sad. Okay, so naturally she whipped the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
Let me hold on. I gotta fix this because you're over here narrating this stuff, and I'm over here trying to fix graphics while I'm at it. Because we
no, it's okay. I mean, Jordan Grace. Yeah, no, Jordan Grace like pretty much backed the personal concierge to the corner. She didn't lay a finger on him. She didn't attack him. She didn't even give him a low blow.
But what she did do here is apparently, like you were mentioning earlier here, she got a hold of...
Yeah, she tried to hit the Juggernaut driver. That's when he bitch slapped her. And then afterwards... Ash by Elegance attacked Jordan Grace from behind with the TNA World Title, and then hit her in the face before posing on top of the champion while holding.
All fucking diva style motherfucker. Like you would imagine Giselle Shaw posing like this instead of Ash by Elegance here, but even though Giselle Shaw, she's in the middle of like a reinvigoration, she wants to be more of a badass motherfucker that she needs to be in order for her to be a champion and all that. But yeah,
she's in the middle of her journey. She has to finish her story. Yeah, no. Ash by Elegance, on the other hand, she's clearly wanting championship gold.
I mean, that much is obvious, but still, fuck you, how dare you?
Now,
Ash by Elegance is apparently Batista's favorite wrestler, according to Vicente.
Oh my God.
Beautiful People versus Toxic Attraction, Heart. Jeff Hardy is WWE Grand Slam champion. Yeah, see, he is. He's got accolades. He's got, run to the heels. God damn.
Like I said, I just hope that he remains healthy. Please.
Please, for the love of God.
Please remain healthy, for goodness sake. All right. Now, thankfully, there were no bad segments to talk about on TNA.
But that fucking weird thing with TCO and Steph DeLander.
That was very weird.
It doubles as both the weird/bad segment and the good segment. I
guess the only knock I would have about it is that they didn't make it a cinematic thing. They had to do it in the ring.
With it being in the ring, it feels a little more...
I guess. I'm just TNA has done cinematic shtick before.
Yeah, they've done backstage segments and promo segments and made them cinematic and everything. But at the same time, it's easier for them to trash in the middle of the ring rather than going over to a restaurant and trashing shit there.
That is true.
TNA doesn't have WWE budgets.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But now let's get over to the main event, and it's one of the qualifiers for the TNA Slammiversary main event match as Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, goes one-on-one against a world-class maniac, Eric Young.
Why are we pushing Eric Young?
Now, these two actually tag teamed during Against All Odds, but failed to beat the ABC Club because there was a little bit of a miscalculation between Josh Alexander and Eric Young, and thankfully, there was no ill grudge between these guys, but these guys put on a great main event. Juan and I had a chance to watch this match, and it was pretty awesome. The old TNA veteran versus the current standard of TNA. It's past versus present. How awesome is that?
And considering, like you mentioned earlier, these guys used to team together. They're Team Canada! For crying out loud. Before he was Violent by Design, he was Team Canada.
That is right. Ooh, excuse me, it's getting late. So these two have a great match. Eric Young works over Josh Alexander, and his strategy is pretty much to keep the walking weapon grounded and start working on the arm of Josh Alexander. Alexander was able to hit a comeback. He was able to hit 2 German suplexes. He was able to hit a diving knee drop onto the back of Eric Young's head. So that was painful. Let's see here.
Fuck.
Excuse me. And then Josh Alexander, he does this really running basement crossbody onto Eric Young, annihilating him into the ringside floor, which I thought looked really cool. Anytime he does that, it's awesome.
That was a badass move there.
Of course. Now, and then Josh Alexander tried to counter tried to hit the C4 spike, but Eric Young was able to reverse it, knocking Josh Alexander down. He goes over to the top rope, and he hits the diving elbow drop, but Joshua is able to kick out after 2. Now, at one point, Eric Young did hit the Youngblood neck breaker and then followed it up with the spike pile driver, but Josh Alexander was able to kick out of that as well.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Josh Alexander is a fucking machine. He is a fucking badass. This is one of the reasons why I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, I know. And then Tom Hannafan, the guy on commentary, makes a comparison that a lot of the moves that Josh Alexander's doing is unintentionally paying homage to Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. So it only makes sense that much like Kurt Angle, Josh Alexander goes on the top rope and hits a moonsault and eats shit.
Just like Kurt Angle.
Just like Kurt Angle. How does Kurt Angle fuck up every moonsault in his day, man? Jeez.
Has he not hit any one of his moonsaults in his career?
No!
One?
No!
Really?
I don't get it.
Really?
No! It sucks.
I'm gonna need you to prove it, because I know that he did a few moonsaults back in WWE when it was WWF, and I knew that he did moonsaults while he was in TNA, so you've got homework to do, Jose. I need proof!
Right? But anyways, getting back to it. So, at the end of the match, Josh Alexander finally hits the C4 spike onto Eric Young to pin and win. Your winner and going to Slammiversary,
as number one contender.
As number one contender, Josh Alexander.
Holy shit. And what was really sweet here was that, at the end of the match, you had Josh Alexander and Eric Young were kind of looking at each other and everything, and Eric Young was obviously really dejected and shit, but you know what? The crowd was even saying, hug it out, and they actually went ahead you know what? Yeah, fuck it, man. Let's go ahead and
hugged it out.
They hugged it out afterwards because these guys have been to war with each other, against each other, beside each other, so they both understand what a new opportunity for the world championship means to the other guy. But so Josh Alexander is thinking you know what, I'm gonna do you proud. I'm gonna do right by you, Eric, because I know how much this means to you, and I'm gonna fucking win this, and fucking we're bros and everything, and I appreciate you.
Yeah,
exactly. Mr. Quake with the Canada over here.
Hey, Canada!
With all their hockey hullabaloo and that bitch Anne Marie too.
Thank you.
Vicente, PCO at 56 could be like Jeff Hardy's weird dad. Even though
I don't want that
Jeff
image in my
46 or 47.
I don't want that image in my head. Please don't.
Vicente, Terry Funk fucked up, or his opponents fucked up catching him on the moonsault. Terry said to the wall, "God damn it, how did you miss catching me?" in WCW. Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, the hug moment team helmet. No.
Yeah, no. Let's not go there. But yeah, great main event match. These guys are purely awesome, and I'm happy for Josh Alexander.
Sportsmanship and shit.
Yes. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
So, final thoughts on the 3 shows. TNA Impact, of course, they did really good business. Had a great main event with Josh Alexander being the right guy to win against Eric Young. Put on a great clinic of a main event match. At the hardcore match, the Ace Steel being in a hardcore match took me by surprise completely. I was not expecting him to be in the ring. Let's get the dangerous guy from Brawl Out. Let's see what he could do in his age. Oh my god.
The guy who nearly took a piece out of somebody in the middle of the Brawl Out. Yeah.
Oh my god. The date segment with PCO and Steph DeLander, that was so weird. But it was fun to watch.
It's like, okay, you can have a little bit of the sports entertainment-y stuff. Here we go. This is a little silly, but you know what? I guess if we're going to be drawing heat for a heel, then yeah, fucking AJ Francis is the fucking right heel to draw it for.
With Slammiversary drawing near, though, I really hope that Jordan Grace wipes the slate clean and just knocks off freaking Ash by Elegance. I don't want Ash by Elegance to win as Knockouts World Champion. I just don't. I'm sorry, but this act... I'm sorry. I just don't want her to win. That's just me being a fan right now. Me being ridiculous. But anyways, so this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Top of me. I know what to do. My cues.
Yeah, AEW Dynamite this week was not bad either. The main event match between Claudio and Pac was also pretty awesome. Great technical finish. I love it. The opening match with MJF. I'm happy to see him back in the ring. He's definitely hasn't lost a step against Roosh, and these guys tore the house down in the opening match. Now, the women's matches, of course, The women's match of Statlander and what's her face? Blanked a minute. Nyla Rose.
Like, how could you? Yeah, I was about to say, like, how could you blank on Nyla Rose?
See,
this is what fucking these guys do. They don't protect their peoples that way. God dang it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And once again, it's just a reminder, AEW is very bad in booking their women's division. The contract signing, I'm sorry.
You mean Tony Khan is bad at booking women because he doesn't know how to talk to women to save his life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and the contract signing, I'm sorry, but Mina Shirakawa's delivery was completely, didn't make any sense.
It wasn't that she was speaking, broken English or nothing like that. No. It was that she was saying shit that doesn't make sense. She was saying, oh, the people laugh at you. No, they don't. Oh, nobody likes you. Yes, we do.
Oh, you're soft. As a champion, you've gone soft.
No, she hasn't.
Hell no. What the hell was that? That segment was really not good. That was not good.
That was seriously Mina, baby, have you been watching the show? Seriously.
Yeah, no. The segment between Swerve and Will Ospreay, that was really cool. I actually felt the tension. I felt the emotion between these guys. It was awesome. My only knock was that Will Ospreay just needs to put away his WWE trash talk for 5 minutes, man. Just put it away. You can still have a great segment, and you don't have to bring them up.
Ospreay promo without a WWE reference. Level of difficulty, impossible.
And, of course, let's talk about WWE NXT. Honestly, the major talking point from this Tuesday night was Joe Hendry. He is all over the internet, all over the wrestling news. It is hard to ignore.
It really is. It's almost to the point that K-Storm was kind of getting frustrated. Please don't clap so loud. When it was the both of us clapping at the same time when Jose even brought up Joe Hendry slightly for 5 seconds, we just clapped at the same time together. And she's like,
"Sorry,
Jose, you don't need to apologize. Don't lie. You're not sorry for shit."
Okay, fair enough. But that being said, Joe Hendry showing up, that was amazing. Ethan Page dominating over Javon Evans in the main event, that was good. That brings an interesting wrinkle to Heat Wave and to see what happens there. The other matches that were in the card, let's see here. I'm trying to think. Fallon Henley versus Carly Bride. I already told you guys that was a little underwhelming because there was really not much of a story to hang on to that one.
Right. It was more along the lines of Fallon Henley taking advantage of the fact that Wendy Chu was being evil and spooky and weird on the outside, and that distracted what's-her-face, and got a hold of Brynlee Reese and choked her within an inch of her life.
The NXT North America, the Women's North American Championship match between Kalani Jordan and Michin was close to being my pick for the exciting match, but I'm sorry. The Battle Royal, Joe Hendry, he completely took over.
Not to mention the fact that you actually had the match get whittled down to Javon Evans and Sean Spears with that added angle of Ethan Page not technically having been eliminated on there. So yeah, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah,
it was multifaceted in a way. Mr. Quake was saying bring back the NXT Women's Tag Titles.
Okay, but I know what, I get it, but also we're good. We're good.
The Women's North American title is much more makes more sense.
Yes,
to have a mid-card women's championship.
Now, some last-minute announcements before we close off. There is no upcoming pay-per-views this week or any specials, so we're going back to our
sleep.
We're going back to our regular format starting next week. All right. So, with that said, Juan, plug us away.
All right. Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you three of the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Total Nonstop Action's TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell, stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlock online, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, youtube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to an excited, fully loaded edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and we believe in Joe Hendry.